Hey YouTube, welcome back to part 2 of our trip to Colorado, Utah.
Back way into Moab. So we're taking the back way in from 70 through Onion Creek. Planning on camping at Onion Creek tonight somewhere. But
somewhere, that's some.
yeah, somewhere. As far as you can see, all you see is the start of the valleys or the canyons. It's all flat land out here. It's crazy. Crazy country out here. Love it.
Yo, this is the coolest thing I've seen in my entire life. Like, I ain't gonna lie. The sheer awesomeness of the magnitude of how big this is. Colorado River right there. And we're not even on the good stuff yet. This is just the way in. I mean, look at that. Like, it gives you goosebumps, man. Your adrenaline's rushing. Look at that. We're doing all that. So, this is Onion Creek. Creek's down there. The water level's not high, but it is very scenic. Onion Creek at sunset. Crazy. So, that's a long drop, dude. All right, we're on day 3. No, hold on, what's today? Today's Monday. I take it back. We're on day 4. Last night, the wind was super breezy. Like my Alpha rooftop tent, the part that folds out that you lay on, that part was folding back up in due to the wind. So the night before, super windy last night. We spent at this campground right here, right in front of the Onion Creek trailhead. We ran a little bit of Onion Creek the night before, and well, we ran out of daylight and wanted to get to camp. From here, we're going to head into Moab and gas up and head to the White Rim Trail. We originally planned to do all 3 days on the White Rim Trail, to do the entire trail. We already booked 2 campsites on the trail, because that's how long it is. It takes about 2 to 3 days. You'll later find out that we did not do the entire White Rim Trail. We did about a day of it. Right before the Murphy Hogback part, we turned around and went back because the scenery really hasn't changed. You could do like maybe an hour of the White Rim Trail and it all looks the same. So I know there's more to see on there, but we just had so much to do and so little time in Moab, and we wanted to do some of the Jeep Badge of Honor trails. So there we are, just passing the entrance to the Onion Creek trailhead, which was a relatively easy one. Very scenic. The next clip, we are at the Potash fields on Potash Road, all the way on trail to the White Rim Trail. It actually goes into the White Rim Trail before you head up the Schaefer switchbacks to the visitor center. So this is the Potash fields. Looks like snow, but it's potash. And this is the only place really in the United States that can do this. And if you research it, I'll put a link to who did it. Jailbreak Overland did a really good review on this. But this is something that's only really made in America that helped us out making bombs and stuff. Potash Road. So the ponds are down that way. We're going to be up there, so we'll get a better view. This is Thelma and Louise Point from the movie Thelma and Louise. This is where they drove their car off the cliff. This is where they filmed it. I mean, the Colorado River's down here. Now, I don't do good with heights, So I'm not getting that close because right now I'm already like weak in the knees. But that is a long way down. But this is the beautiful, most pretty scenery I've ever seen in my entire life. Besides my wife, of course. I don't know if you guys can see that, but on the left right there, we're going to the top of that canyon rim. There's switchbacks that go all the way up this thing. So right now we're at 4,500 feet, and I believe the top of the canyon rim is like 6. I know it's like 8,000 feet that we're gonna ascend. So yeah, I see the switchbacks over there. So here's the start of it. I gotta pull over and put it in 4 low. Starting the switchbacks up the mountain. This is super steep, but it is so pretty. So that's the White Rim Trail. We got to come all the way back down.
I have better footage of this going back down after we pick up Jason at the top of the Schaefer switchbacks at the visitor center. The visitor center is cool. You can buy some souvenirs, stickers, patches. So there's some cool views up there as well as far as information and getting your permit if you actually go onto the White Rim Trail. But we're gonna meet them up there, and then we're gonna head back down this trail, and I got better dash footage of this trail, and then we're gonna head on to the White Rim Trail for the day. This is the White Rim Visitor Center. We got some stickers and stuff. Federal building, make sure you wear masks. Complete BS, but you know. Kid activities, information, and a movie. So there are bobcats up here. And lizards. Yeah, James has bobcats in the valley. Cryptobionic soil. It's not an obstacle for your monster truck, no. So those are the LaSalle Mountains way out there. 152 miles out there. That's the White Rim Canyon. No, we came up this to here. We came in over there. Like off Potash Road. Where they have the You got gas there, Jason? Just making sure we got extra gas.
Yeah, I'm at full tank and I got 5 extra gallons. I'll be in the middle then, okay? Yeah, we know you like it in the middle.
So this is the start of the White Rim Trail from the visitor center. It's just a narrow switchback back and forth. It's really wide though, so it's really easy.
Only got a couple bars of cell service. This is the White Rim Trail in Moab, why we came out here. Alright, we got a car coming up. This is about a 15-foot downhill descent. I already came up this once already. The visitor center is at the top of this, but this is the start of the White Rim Trail, which takes approximately 2 nights, 3 days to complete. So there's this Toyota Sienna here, with a bunch of Asians in it that are trying to make it down this thing, completely unsafe without 4 low, because I'm having my engine do all the braking, so I'm not wearing my brakes out or overheating them. And this guy just does one switchback, stops, and then rests. This is not as scary as it looks. These lanes are very wide. I mean, look how wide this road is. You can fit 2 cars on it. But it's a pretty steep descent. As you're coming down off the switchback, as you can see here, the road goes directly straight, and you'll come to a kind of a T intersection where you can go left to Potash Road, which will leave you down to Moab via the the Canyon Wall Road, what they call it, Wall Street Road. And we camped off of there right next to the entrance to the Poison Spider Jeep Badge Trail of Honor. But if you keep on going straight at this T intersection, that leads to the White Rim Trail. You'll see a sign that says permits required. This is the majority of the White Rim Trail. Just views for days of Canyonland. Way on the left up here, we take a left to go down on a separate trail that goes all the way to the Colorado River. But right when we took that left to drop down into the canyon, this is what we saw.
Made them all jump out of there, huh? There's some baby ones. See the baby ones?
That was cool. We just saw a bunch of deer, or longhorn sheep.
There's a trail to the left here that just is a there and back trail. You drop down into the canyon and it goes all the way down to the Colorado River. Our intel shows that there was a rock obstacle that fell during a storm somewhere on this, so we knew there was going to be something technical, but the descent down into this was extremely steep. Very fun though, very doable, but it was fun.
Nice and slow, make sure you're in 4 low.
Hello, there is a Ford coming towards you. Stop, keep going.
This F-250 that we ran into was, it was an F-250. It was a full-size, heavy-duty truck, oversized, but it was park maintenance, and they were down there working on the campsite area down there. It's not a campsite, it's like a day use, but they're down there working on it. But man, these guys, that's the best job ever, right? Drive this big rig down there, and there were some technical spots, but professionals, man.
That guy's got skills, man, driving a 250 up here. There's a Jeep coming up, hold on. I'm gonna see if he can squeeze over here on the left. Stand by.
So we had another Jeep coming up the trail. Unfortunately, this trail is very thin, so we can only do one at a time. We had to kind of figure out who to pull over. But there were some more guys still coming up.
You can go towards the right. Hey there, ask him to stay on the left.
You come here and go right here. Over.
Seems like he doesn't want to wait, so.
You got any more with you?
Yeah, 2 guys at the end.
Okay, I got 2 guys behind me.
Okay, then.
He says that there's 2 guys all the way at the bottom, but he doesn't know, what their rate is.
I just want to remind you guys that it is a $2,000 minimum tow fee just for them to come out. That doesn't include fixing your car or towing it back, or just for them to take the call to come out to Canyonlands like this area is minimum $2,000. So obviously we're going to take it slow and not tear our rigs up, because people have gotten stranded out here before. But this area right here, I believe, was where the rock slide originally was, but it was cleared, at least from my research. Feel free to answer in the comments if you've been down this trail and know if this was the obstacle or not.
It opens up back here in the canyon. There's supposed to be a rock obstacle that fell last year that kind of is a little technical climb over, but we'll see.
So right here we rode the wash for a while. So this is in the canyon. If there was ever a rainstorm, like even miles and miles away, if there was a rainstorm, there is a real issue with a flash flood. So this canyon would fill up really quick with water. We did check. There was no warning of a flash flood or any bad weather or anything, but it's just something you need to be aware of.
Hey.
I was there.
Thank God. We're hungry.
And
Oh, all right. All right. He says he's got one more coming. So right here, the vegetation got really thick for a little bit, got a little bit of pinstripes, and it was extremely sandy. But all of a sudden, it would just opened up to a nice vault toilet, a couple picnic tables, a little walk down area to the Colorado River right there on the left. And this is where we had lunch. It was extremely hot. We deployed the awnings, but we had a good lunch here, used the facilities, walked down to the river, and checked that out. I don't think you can camp here. It's just like a day use thing. But it's a nice little stop and a nice fun trail to do if you have the time. Here comes Jason with his 2020 Gladiator on 40s. And Satish with his 4Runner that you'll see in a later video has some issues. We continued on the White Rim Trail for a little bit further after we made our way back to the trail from this little side trail. And we decided after probably another 2 hours of driving that the scenery is awesome, but it's just not changing. We had a lot of other stuff we wanted to check out, so we decided to turn around and head back into Moab, so the next day we could have availability on doing all the fun stuff. But coming back, it was already, sunset, and the way the light reflects off the canyon walls and just hits everything was really, really cool. The green shrubbery everywhere. It was a good time of year to go, and we were honored with all this cool scenery during the sunset on the way back through the canyon. As far as the difficulty goes, this is pretty much 90% of the White Rim Trail. I know Murphy Hogback, which is a climb kind of out of the canyon up on the mesa for a campsite. I know that is kind of more technical, like the descent we did down into the canyon earlier. But most of the views are like this, just taking them all in with all the all the rocks jagging up to the sky. A lot of them are named certain things. You can look them up online as far as the window and the angels. And at the visitor center, they do give you a booklet that has some of the popular ones named. But all in all, let's see, we went the first week of July, and it was probably too hot. Look at that rock spectacle on the right up there. I forgot the name of it, but that was one of the cooler ones that were out here. This was us right after we turned around and started heading back. There was a beautiful view to the right, beautiful view to the left, and then I'm going to steer right here. You can see Jason and Satish way up there. But the background right there was awesome. Way in the back right there, you can see the La Salle Mountains in the range. You also notice rocks to the left and to the right that were placed down to kind of direct you to where the road was, because there's some parts where you turn and you're like, which way do I go? Luckily, you can download the maps from Gaia GPS, or you can get a paper map at the ranger station. But coming up soon here, we have some awesome views with the sunset. Right here was a little climb. It was extremely narrow at the top where you went through. I think I filmed this coming from the other direction earlier in this video, but it's a fun little climb, a little steep. We all switched to 4 low for this little section just because the camera never picks up how steep this is. Again, I mean, even with everything we've done here in Moab and Utah and Colorado, this camera or any pictures or video that you see
is not going to be the experience. You have to go here and do it yourself just to get the whole steepness and the coolness of how far things are apart and how high things really are. The video, I'll say this a million times, and everyone who goes out here says the same thing. Pictures do not do this place justice. You have to come out and see it yourself. There's no other way to explain it. Can pause and thank Satish and Jason for going along with this crazy plan of let me plan this trip, and to thank my wife Crystal for letting me go on this trip. She was not a fan of the heat and camping for so long. 9, 10 days in the tent every night was kind of rough for even the guys. But I wanted to thank everyone for this, and we are headed back into camp. To the right up here on this wall is Wall Street. There are petroglyphs along this wall, and it's very popular with the rock climbing crowd. And the entrance to Poison Spider Jeep Badge of Honor Trail is on the right up here, along with a campsite that we've stayed in for, I believe we stayed here 3 nights while we were in Moab. It was quiet and peaceful here. The funny thing about Poison Spider Jeep Trail is it's actually named Poison Spider Trail because of the venomous, you shouldn't say poison, right? Because of the venomous spiders that are on the trail. Now, fortunately, they only come out at night, so you don't have to worry about them during the day. But Jason hiked up there at dusk, and he said those spiders were everywhere. You do not want to be caught broken down up there after dark because they were everywhere. You can check his YouTube channel and see if he has any information on it. This campsite we stayed at was extremely nice. It had huge dumpsters to dispose of trash. It had nice brand new vault toilets that were very clean. The campsite itself was very clean. We were right next to a road, so there was some traffic intermittently at night. It was nothing bad. Obviously, it was just Jeeps and stuff. No 18-wheelers could fit down there. But the campsite was quiet at night. You were up against this rock wall right here, so it blocked some of the wind. Not all of it, but it was way better than the other places we stayed. And we were able to fit 3 rigs into one campsite, so we had that too. But it was nice enough where we stayed there for 2 or 3 nights, and the fee was under $20, I believe, so it wasn't bad per night. Well, that pretty much sums up days 3 and 4 in Utah. So that was obviously, we started out by the start of Onion Creek Trail. We went into Moab, then we went took Potash Road all the way up the Schaefer switchbacks to the Canyonlands Visitor Center. Check that out. There's a couple of overlooks right there that are really cool. Then we went back down the Schaefer switchbacks and did the little side trail off of the main road there that went down to the river. And then we did pretty much all day on the White Rim Trail, turned around, came back, camped here. Tomorrow we are going to the tomorrow we are doing Fins and Things in Moab at the Sandflax Recreation Center. And then after that we decide to go up to the Top of the World Trail, where, spoiler alert, Satish blows up his rear differential trying to climb a rock obstacle, and that pretty much ended the day right there. A little trail work, and well, you guys will find out on the next video. Stay tuned. Please like and subscribe. We still have a couple, one more day in Moab to edit and go through, and then we have Colorado. So thanks for watching. If you like it, please hit the like button. If you don't, comment what was bad about this video. But I'll see you guys in the next one.